Hey guys, my name is Zander and today I want to talk to you guys about how I knew I was trans. Today, I'm a little over 2.5 years on testosterone and 2 years post-op top surgery. I realized who I was when I was 12 years old. I started my social transition at 13, and then starting hormones was my first step in medically transitioning. People often will ask me, did you always know you were trans, or when did you discover your identity? Throwback to November 2010, I had an iPhone 3GS, and I was pretty much obsessed with Googling any question that was on my mind. So I would Google, what's the world's largest rodent?
Capybara.
When is Stephen Hawking's birthday?
January 8th.
Girl turns into man.
Transgender.
So in my Google searching, I found the word transgender. And I think I watched every single video that was on YouTube at the time with the tag transgender. I read every news article. I watched every documentary that was out. I read blog posts. I spent a lot of time on the internet just searching around trying to understand what this was because I'd never really heard that word before. And then I came across a video of a young trans man coming out to his YouTube audience and saying that he had previously identified as a lesbian, but he had come to realize that on the inside he felt that he was male and he wanted to transition and start hormones and have surgery. And in that moment, it clicked. Seeing him talk about the pain of dysphoria and how coming out was so liberating for him really resonated with me. Suddenly, everything started to make sense. All this pain and confusion that I had carried from childhood through the first few years of puberty was dissolving. The depression that I was dealing with at the time and the dark space I was in started to seem a little bit lighter. There wasn't any question in my head that that's who I was. Everything that this kid was saying was something that I had felt. And so to see that for the first time and see someone recognize that that's a real and valid feeling, I just knew. I knew that whatever this kid was facing was what I was facing because everything that he was saying was resonating with me. There hasn't been many moments in my life that I didn't have questions, I just had answers. And this was one of those times. There wasn't any questions I was asking myself. I wasn't asking myself, is it okay to be trans? Do I want to be trans? Am I going to transition? I just had all of these answers about who I was and who I was meant to be. At first, I was distraught and upset at the fact that I was trans, and I didn't want to be trans. I wanted to be cis, and I just hoped and prayed that one day I would wake up and be a girl and be totally comfortable being a girl. Once I realized that your identity is not something you can change, I realized I had to transition. I stand here today and not only am I proud to be trans, but I'm very happy that I'm trans. It's one of the biggest blessings in my life. I want to make videos like these sharing my story and pieces of my identity and perspective because there are people out there experiencing now what I was experiencing when I first was discovering who I am. When I saw that video of that young trans man coming out, it changed my life. I mean, everything fell into place, and that was a great, great blessing. And I hope that some piece of something that I create can help someone in a similar way. I just hope that something that I say or create can resonate with someone and help them in their life. Way back when I was doing those Google searches and when I was first coming out and first transitioning, I did not think that it was possible for me to be where I am right now. I thought that maybe someday, if the stars align perfectly, I might start testosterone, but I did not think in a million years I would be where I am right now. So if you are pre-op or pre-T, or your friends and family don't respect your name and pronouns, I really want you to know that there will come a time when you are the person that you look up to. I really wanted to make this video not only to share my story, but also for anyone out there who feels in any way as I did back when I was 12 and 13 and discovering who I was. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a like down below, leave me a comment, question, or concern, and if you want to see more videos from me in the future, then subscribe. Stay sweet.